Do this if you still have small biceps. This is a complete guide to biceps training, growth, and recovery. You probably have a body that you dislike. I was in the same position in the past and I fixed it fast. And I know you're tired of watching the same videos, giving the same generic advice over and over again, and that's why I'm making these full guides and you could say free courses. All right, let's take a look at training the biceps correctly. Here's my advice. Train the biceps like you train any other muscle. There's no special feature, special thing, secret thing that you need to do for your biceps. However, the following question comes up. Do you know how to actually train for growth? All right? Because if I tell you, train your biceps like you train your chest, and the way you train your chest is by doing 10 exercises once a week with 5 sets of 50 reps. You're not going to see any kind of progress in your chest or in your biceps or in your shoulders. It doesn't really matter. If you train like that, you're not going to see any kind of progress. So if you don't know how to train any kind of muscle for growth in the first place, you don't know how to train your biceps to see some growth. All right. For that reason, let's find out how to do it the right way. Before we dive in, make sure you are subscribed to this channel and leave a like because it will help with the algorithm. And if you are interested in more advanced courses on building muscle and getting girls with your body transformation, then check out the link in the description. That's my program and courses. Go check it out. All the details are there. The first thing we need to look at is the technique. This is the most important one and the common mistake that I see in the beginners. Here's how to improve your technique. First one, complete motion of the biceps. What does that mean? So, the motion of the biceps is from this point to this point. You don't want to train only in the 90 degrees or only in the beginning or only at the end of the motion. I want you to train till the entire motion, all right? Full motion of the biceps from this point to this point. That's how I want you to train. Now, it's true that you can go a bit of advanced and you do a sets only in this position and a few sets in this position, but that's for more advanced lifters, all right? There's no point for you to start training only in this phase and only in this phase. No, full motion of the biceps. I want to see you in the gym that you do full motion of the biceps. All right. Number 2, 1 second up, 3 seconds down. Or how I like it to say, train slower or slow eccentrics. You don't need to know what slow eccentric means, but it basically means to train slower. Now, just for you to know, concentric is when you contract the muscle, you have a contraction in the muscle and the muscle is shortening, it's contracting. And eccentric is when you have a contraction, but the muscle is in the lengthened position, all right? So if you have the muscle under load in this position, you have a contraction, that's eccentric, the muscle is lengthened. So that's gonna drive a lot of muscle growth, and that's why I want you to train. A good guideline is 1 second up, 3 seconds down, all right? Just have some sense of control. Don't just go like this, all right? You're not gonna build any kind of muscle. At least you're not gonna drive so much muscle growth, all right? And number 3 that I want you to pay attention is strict form, all right? In other words, don't break the form to get more reps, because what's gonna happen, you're gonna get 10 reps, let's say, good form, slow, complete motion, and then what's gonna happen, you're gonna see that I cannot do one more. Yeah, let's swing, and I don't want to see you like this in the gym, all right? So, strict form, train till failure, all right? What does train till failure means? Well, you have the strict form, 1 second up, 3 seconds down, complete motion, and once you cannot do one more full motion rep, you've reached failure. That's where you stop, all right? If you just get this right, you're doing all the work that is needed in terms of technique for muscle growth, all right? So you're not going to optimize, if you do this, you're not going to optimize for strength, you're only going to optimize for muscle growth, building bigger biceps. That's what we want to do. Now, let's take a look at choosing the best exercises. The most common mistake I see in the beginners is that they overcomplicate with a bunch of exercises. All right. You think that doing more exercises is going to drive more growth, but that's simply not true. Here are the best exercises to try. Incline dumbbell curls. All right. So you put an incline and you do bicep curls. Standing or seated dumbbell curls, but from pronated to supinated. Pronated means like this. So you start like this and you end up in supinated position, means like this. So you start like this and you rotate and you end up like this. All right. And easy bar or straight bar curls and any kind of cable curls. And here's a pro tip for you. Pick only 3 and do them 2 or 3 times a week. That's more than enough. All right. Start small, then build. Pro tip number 2, start with 1 set per exercise. Few weeks in is going to feel easier, so add 1 more set and then repeat. All right. This is exactly how you make progress, because you start with 1 set, few weeks in, add 1 more set. 2-3 weeks later, add 1 more set. And now you are at 3 sets per exercise. Do that 2-3 weeks, and then you add 1 more rep. 2 to 3 weeks, 1 more rep. 2-3 weeks, add weight. That's exactly how you make progress, all right? When you get to 3-4 sets, add 1 rep or 2 kilograms, and then you just repeat that process again and again. That's exactly how to make progress and trigger the muscle growth. That's it. I advise you to focus more on the reps and not on the kilograms, not on the weight, on the load, but eventually you still need to increase the load, all right? But in the first place, focus on adding sets and reps and then weight. That's exactly how to do it. Here's a training plan that you can use. On Monday, this is just an example, but you can integrate this into your own program. So on Monday, let's say you're going to do incline dumbbell curls, 1 set, 8 to 10 reps. That means that you're going to pick a weight that is going to allow you to fail between 8 to 10 reps. So if you get more than 10 reps, increase the weight a little bit more. All right. If you cannot get 8, lower the weight. Then you're going to do easy bar curls, 1 set, 10 to 15. So you choose a lighter weight right now to do more volume. On Friday, you're going to start with pronated to supinated curls, 1 set, 8 to 10, and then you're going to switch to behind the body cable curls, 1 set, 10 to 15. So you can see you got the heavier weights and the lower weights in the same time combined. That's going to give you a lot of stimulus. Now integrate this into your own program and make sure you have at least 1 day of rest between the workouts. All right. So you don't want to train your biceps Monday and then Tuesday. You want to train at least Monday and then Wednesday. All right. And if you don't have a workout yet, a workout program, check out the link below.